Hello, friends. Good evening. How are you? Now, let's go to our next episode on a very interesting and exciting developing concept called the CBDCs, that is, Central Bank Digital Currencies. To discuss this topic is Dr. Sangeeta with us, who has a PhD from Chaudhry Devilal University, Silsa, and is assistant professor in Mary. So we will go step.
Sir, basically, as you said, CBDC is a digital currency. So, digital currency is launched by the central bank, as the name suggests, central bank. So, basically, this is controlled by the central bank, and whole control will be the RBI bank. So now we can see that we are using digital, not a digital, we are using printed currency. But by the invent of digital currency, we don't need to keep storage of print currency, and we can use in a digitalized form because our whole world transform in the digital forms. So there is a lot of cost incurred. There is a lot of you can say that other cost we are bearing through the print currency. So through invent of the digital currency, whole cost we can minimize, and we can.
Okay, let's generally review
Okay,
which countries are utilizing CBDCs and about what time did they start?
so basically, if you talk about the use now this time using country is China, and apart from the China, Bamash is also using this kind of platforms, and Nigeria also, and seven country of eastern seven countries, they are using CBDC, and they got the result as an effective result.
You
Basically,
mean Eastern Caribbean Union? Huh?
Eastern Caribbean.
Okay. And what is the view of International Monetary Fund on this?
So basically, International Monetary Fund also advised to adopt these platforms because if we compare to the in this scenario, we are using print currency, so we can take the more advantages. So IMF also advised to all its member they adopt it and make it as globally effective.
Yeah, as I recall, they had presented and they had a special panel discussion also in the World Economic Forum.
Yes, sir.
Both the previous ones, and so they got a feedback from a lot of people. Their papers are prepared, which are available on their website also, where pros and cons were written.
Yes, sir.
And one of the main things is whether the issuing bank, in our cases, it's all Reserve Bank, in China also, would let the currency be floated or let the currency be having the same value, etc., etc. We in India also have a closer concept of a digital rupee. And you said with the advent of digitization.
Yes, sir.
Is there a difference between a digital rupee and a CBDC?
Sir, basically, if we talk about the digital currency, so now this we are using UPI, online e-banking system. So bank, what they have to do, they have to keep the storage also with these transactions simultaneously. But with the invent of CBDC, basically we don't need to print the currency, and we don't have need to store all this type of currency.
Are there other advantages?
So basically, security point of view, you can say that it is totally transparency is there. So basically, say, RBI work on blockchain technologies. They work on that, and we know that blockchain is very safer platform for the security point of view. So we can judge where the money is used. So basically, black
So what
money,
one thing is that we are talking about, it is secure.
secure, and black
Okay.
money cannot be stored.
Okay, because they can have an access for
Yeah,
that. Huh?
they have an access.
So how do they balance the privacy and money laundering or black money transactions, etc.?
Tracking system they can use for that.
Okay.
So basically, through the tracking system, we can analyze where the money is used and for what purpose they are using. So through this concept, we can analyze where we are using this type of digital currency we are using. So this is the very highly security and transparency also.
Is it less expensive to move money through CBDC?
Yes, definitely, sir.
Why?
So basically, if you talk about the print currency, we have to store, and when we launch in a commercial bank, so we have to provide the high security. Last report, if you see that approximately one time of print currency, we have to bear 5,000 crore cost for one time.
That's
So through this, all the transactions, all the cost we can minimize.
Yes, but nowadays they do also talk, especially in country like ours, because
Yes,
there
sir.
is sweat, there is bacteria, etc., etc.,
Yes, sir.
and touching that currency, putting it in your hand, putting it in front of Bhagwanji and all that.
Yes, sir.
So, of course, how to give it to Bhagwanji through digital, I don't know, but the temples do accept.
Yes,
The
sir.
major temples do accept and send you prasad, bring you prasad. So that's also possible. Now, at the same time, now this is there is a trend of what we call the mutual currency trades. Now, India has done about 18 agreements,
Yes, sir.
and China has done about 40 agreements.
Yes, sir.
And mutual currency payment is very simple. That means
Yes, sir.
you are ruble and rupees, and we can buy in rupees and
We can
rupees.
exchange.
I think
Yes, sir.
we can buy oil in rupees, and
Yes, sir.
they can buy something in rubles. Most recently, it is UAE.
Yes, sir.
Because earlier it was thought that Russia has sanctions and all that, they don't have a choice. Now, but UAE has choice.
Yes, sir.
But UAE may have done for some other reason, because about 1 million of the South Asians are living there who have to send their money in rupees, etc. And if it can be done conveniently, it's a mutual currency thing. We can also buy oil in rupees, and they can give to their employees in rupees.
Yes, sir.
So the two things can match. Now, what does that do when they do mutual currency trade?
Yes, sir.
What happens? Is there an advantage to India?
So definitely we have advantages, because when they start this process, mutual currency exchange, so we can convert our currency as a globalization, like a dollar. So why is dollar famous? Due to globalizations. So if we do effort on the same direction, so our currency can also be globalized, and it will be effective for our transactions. It can be effectively for our import and export system. So
Yeah, but dollar has a function. It performs of reserve currency.
yes, sir.
So which it will take a lot of time for yuan or Indian rupees
Yes,
to
sir.
develop a status for a reserve currency. But for transactions, it can do it.
Yes, sir.
And they can do it. And if you see it in slightly broader context,
Yes.
Since BRICS summit is coming week,
Yes, sir.
and BRICS nations started Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So they are from different continents, and now about 40 countries have applied
Yes,
to become members of BRICS. And their idea seems to be developing, though it may not happen overnight, is to have a BRICS currency, so that they don't need dollar as intervention
Yes, sir.
because of various reasons. But one of them is that if US gets angry, there is nothing you can do about it, because they will just put sanctions, and your whole society will be in deep trouble. I think medicines can't come, you can't buy this, you can't buy that. They take away the SWIFT system,
Yes.
and therefore your transactions can't be done internationally and all that. Now, but if we have our own CBDCs, can they put this pressure on us?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah, can they put pressure if we have our own?
No, sir. They can't put pressure, because we have our own currency and we are using for the different kind of purpose.
And the other countries accept it.
Yes, sir. Definitely, if they work on other country in the same platform, so definitely they will accept.
In other words, mutually they can have a shared platform then.
Yes,
after this.
like we have different kind of organizations like BRICS that you are saying. So if these kind of countries doing the same platform, so definitely they will accept the same platforms.
Okay. So therefore, we have generally talked about the CBDCs. We can briefly talk about why in those countries which you mentioned, CBDCs have started first. So let's take China.
Yes, sir.
Bahamas was actually the first one.
Yes, sir.
Then we have the Caribbean nations, which are very, very small, island nations, and then Nigeria, which is an oil producing country, one of the richest in Africa. They have started it. And then India and China, two major ones. Singapore is now seriously thinking
Pilot
to do it.
study they are doing.
Really?
pirate studying they are doing.
Pirate studies.
Yes.
You're right. You're right. So now, why have these countries started first?
Sir, basically, these countries they have a large portion of export with the other countries.
Yeah.
So definitely they will get the benefits if they provide this kind of platform for the other countries, because it becomes more familiar and it gives the more benefit to the other countries. So that's why these countries adopted these platforms to make transactions easy.
Those who want to criticize it, they say Bahamas,
Yes, sir.
where also the office of that Sam Bankfriday was there. You know that crypto company which
Yes, sir.
FTX.
Yes, sir.
And the smaller Caribbean Union, that they use their currencies for speculation. And
Yes,
so
sir.
on. But the other part of the answer is that to take care of that, they have started these CBDCs.
Okay.
So that rather than the dollars smuggling and drugs and
Yes, sir.
this tax saving heavens and so on and so forth. So second is that they are USA ka mara was. The US, whenever it wants, it crushes them.
Yes, sir.
For whatever reasons. They might say you have drugs, you have this, you have that. And Nigeria became afraid that like like Russia, if sanctions come on them, right, then they will be butchered. It's something you don't want that.
Yes, sir.
The banks for their ATMs and all that, I think you get special internet
Yes.
connection, so that high-speed connections and all that. And it will take improvement. 5G will come, and maybe then 6G will come, etc. But when you talk about masses, by the time you start from here and then you go down there,
Yes, sir.
it takes a lot of time.
Lot of time.
So how do you have a seamless system then? Hence, this idea of developing an internet not required app
Yes, sir.
really suits India, and it will suit Africa. It will suit all other countries.
Yes, sir.
Other countries also.
Yes,
So
sir.
basically, West we can keep aside because they are good
Yes.
in Japan and Korea, and Canada and Australia. That is the NATO countries. When you leave them aside, then the rest of them actually need something like this.
Yes.
So if it's successful in India, then it can be successful anywhere else in the world.
Definitely, sir.
Fair enough. I think we look forward to it, and IMF has already said that we have benchmarked and the Indian system is quite good.
Yes.
So for a change, they are saying nice things about India.
Yes.
And as the transactions increase, of course, we will have number of transactions will be the highest. Dollar value will be less, but transaction is a transaction. Whether you do $1 or 100 rupees, same transaction, one transaction done, or you can do $1 million, but one transaction. But this is against the system currently. Your fee goes up with the amount.
Yes, sir.
In internet banking, it should not.
Definitely, sir.
क्या फर्क पड़ता है? You're transferring 10 rupees or you're transferring 10 lakh rupees.
Yes, sir.
There is no cost differential.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, they have to make money also. So CBDCs will help. It is transparent. It's good. The one which doesn't have there needs the internet connection will also be very good. So thank you very much, Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you so much,
And
sir.
we hope to have some other update on this sometime.
Definitely, sir.
And inform our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.